Do you have a wash machine that's not draining and it's throwing a code? We have a Whirlpool Duet that I'm working on that's not draining, and so there's a couple possible problems with it. It's giving a F02 code, and that's either a filter or the pump. And so we're going to go ahead and remove the bottom panel on this front loader and expose the pump and the filter, and then we'll see what's going on with it. Okay, first thing we're going to do is get our shop vac and get the water out of the drum first. Okay, now that the water is all taken out, we're going to remove the bottom panel. There's 3 screws on this. There's one in the sides on both right and left side, and then there's one on the center as well. And what you'll need is either a Torx that'll fit this or just a 9/32 deep well socket. So either one will work on these screws. We've already got this one out, so we're going to go ahead and just pop out the panel. Just like that. And this, you can see where the 3 holes are, where the screws will be. Now that we have this exposed, this is where the filter is. And this unscrews counterclockwise. And this is, the water comes out of the drum when it's draining, in through the filter, into the pump, and then it evacuates it out the tube, discharge tube that goes to the wall. So what we're going to do is I'm going to loosen this. There's going to be water back behind this because there's still a certain amount of water that's trapped behind this, and so we'll need to get that backed out. And then once that's done, we'll check the filter and see what kind of condition that is, and then if that's clean and no debris, then we're going to go ahead and replace the motor, which I already have. What we're going to do on this is I'm just going to crack that a little bit. There's a little bit of water coming out, so we'll go ahead and kick on the vacuum. Okay, now that we have the water evacuated out, we're going to go ahead and just unloosen this the rest of the way, and that's going to expose the filter. And you can see that it does, it's just dark, so there's no debris or anything in it, but the pump is still having an issue, we know that. We'll also want to check, before we go getting into everything else, that the tube that's coming out of the washer drum that goes straight back doesn't have a sock or anything stuck in it. I can actually see back into the tube, so I know that's clear. Now that we have that determined, now if yours has a bunch of stuff in it, like a sock or whatever, you're going to want to clean this filter up, put it back in, and then test the machine, and that may be just all the problem that you have. If you test the machine and it's still not draining, you're going to have to do the process of vacuuming the water back out and doing the same process before we change the pump. Okay, so now that we've determined that it is a pump problem, I have a pump that I ordered off Amazon. We'll put down the link down below, and we're just going to go ahead and replace the pump out. You'll want to make sure that when you order this, that your model is listed on the description in the description. And so yeah, you definitely want to make sure that happens so that you're getting the right pump for the right machine, because there are a couple different styles. So, and this is what the new pump is going to look like. It's going to come this, just like so, and it should also come with some 3 screws, and those are going to be Phillip head screws. So we're going to go ahead and just lay that to the side, and we're going to go over to our pump. First thing I'm going to do, though, is unplug the machine. Get that done, make sure there's no power to the machine at all. And then we're going to come over to the pump, and I'm not going to do the wire yet. I'm actually going to go ahead and take the 3 screws off the pump, bring it out, and then remove the wires. I've got this side screw that I could actually see unloosened. I've got the other ones unloosened as well. I don't have them out yet. I'll remove them when I remove the pump. There we go. And just like that. Come under and expose that. Okay, so we're going to, after we take the pump out, we're going to make sure there isn't any pieces of like gravel or whatever in here, debris. And then we're going to check out the hole that goes into the filter. You can see that's clear, and I know it's clear going up to the drain. So we're just going to make, the pump is what we're going to swap out right now. We have this connection exposed. I'm going to pull up on a little tab on top here. I'm just going to take that off. I'm going to put this pump to the side. and take our brand new pump. I'm going to plug it in. There's only going to be one way that's going to go in, and that's going to go in with the tab to the top. Once that's plugged in, we're good to go. As you can see, the new pump comes with a new seal, rubber O-ring. We're going to slide that back under here, and we're going to line our screw holes up and our pump. And actually there's a couple tabs right here, and we'll just want to bring those into the existing tabs on the unit itself. Press that in, and now we're going to reattach our screws. Okay, and then I'll just go ahead and get the last two done, and then we will just reassemble everything. All right, so we have the pump put in, and you just want to make sure when you put the screws in that they align properly with this housing. So we're ready to put the filter back in, so just go ahead and clean that up a bit. Clean up the seal that is on the filter itself, and we're going to reinstall it. Now there's a notch up top that's going to align with a notch in the housing itself. So we're going to go ahead and slide that in and screw it back in. I'm just going to use a pair of pliers just to nudge it, give it a little snug, just like that, and that's done. Okay, we're ready to plug the machine in and test it. Okay, so we have water in it right now going into the machine. So the first thing you want to do is check the seals down below on the filter and the new pump you put in. Make sure there isn't any drips or anything leaking out of those. If you're good there, at this point you can go ahead, hit cancel, move it over to drain and spin, and restart it. There it goes. As you can hear, the pump before was making kind of a grinding, crackling noise, and that actually was that this pump, the shaft on it, is not engaging anymore. It's just free spinning. So this old pump was bad. It was the shaft. It wasn't actually the motor. It was the shaft part of it. The new pump it sounds great, and so we're just going to let that drain out. All right, once it's drained and you double check everything, I like to double triple check. Just to make sure that there isn't any leakage going on, so you don't have any floor damage. This machine happens to be in a pan, so and it has a drain itself, but you want to guarantee you're not going to ruin your floor. So once that's done, probably being that the water is sat in here several days before you got a hold of your pump, you'll want to go into like a sanitize cycle. Some machines have a cleaning cycle that will clean the machine itself, and some don't. If it doesn't, just put it on the hottest cycle possible to help sanitize and get this thing flushed out and get the stink out, because they do produce a lot of stink after the water's kind of sat in there with everything becomes kind of brackish. So that is it. We're going to go ahead and we'll stick the panel back on and get that done. But hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, give us a holler, comment down below. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, and always subscribe to DIY on the House. Thanks for watching.